We either solve insecurity or insecurity will finish us. The bandits are man-made, are politician-made, and politicians have to solve it. Toji is getting his food from somewhere. Toji is getting his weapons from somewhere.
And his support.
Toji is getting his medicine from somewhere. He's getting his fuel from somebody. And using Toji as a point, spread it across the entire north. And Oyo. So you can see the level of logistics that is behind this insecurity operation. Somebody is providing them. Somebody's. We got to get those somebodies. Because when you off the tap, controlling the gas to your burner, the gas goes off.
Yeah.
So we need to squeeze life out of all those their logistic channels. You cannot be aspiring to lead this country if your people are the ones destroying the country, killing the people. People like Turaki Adamawa,
Atiku
Abubakar should not be aspiring to lead Nigeria.
But he's a Nigerian. He has a constitutional right.
Yes. And if he has a constitutional right, but we also have constitutional right not to vote for him.
Oh, of course we do.
We should not vote for him. We should not vote for all those Fulani elites.
But let's not put ethnicity into it.
We have to, because these people are Fulani bandits.
Okay.
They are not Benin bandits. They are not Edo bandits. They are not Yoruba bandits. They are not Insecurity bandits. They are not Yoruba bandits. When you start to see the bandits as if they are part of the same with the militants of Niger Delta, then you are politicizing what should not be politicized. The militants of Niger Delta are fighting for resource control. Period.
For their people.
For their people. A control, some element of control of the resources that is feeding Nigeria from their land. Resources that are coming from their land that further degrades the environment in which they live. That's what the Niger militants are about. But this Fulani bandits, we don't know what they are looking for. They are not in conflict with anybody. Nobody is taking any resources from them. They don't have any resources anyway. So what is it they are fighting for? Even that of Boko Haram, I can understand. Ideological.
Religion.
But that of bandits, I don't understand. What is it that Nigeria owes you? What has Nigeria done to you? Why are you waging war against Nigeria? This makes it very difficult for us to find a solution. How do you settle a fight with somebody who is fighting you when there is no cause for a fight?
A member of the House of Representatives, Yusuf Magege, has accused sections of the opposition of exploiting Nigerian security challenges for political gains ahead of the 2027 general election. Now, appearing on a television political program yesterday, Tuesday, the lawmaker representing Panshi, Kama, and Kanke federal constituency in Plateau State argued that while insecurity remains a serious national concern, some political actors appear more interested in using it to discredit the federal government than in offering practical solution. Now, responding to concerns that worsening insecurity could undermine President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election prospect and the fortunes of the All Progressives Congress in 2027, the lawmaker dismissed suggestions that members of the ruling party should view the situation through a political lens. He stated that rather than think of a way forward, they are falling into the hands of the opposition who are playing politics with the lives of Nigerians. He also said, from the tune of those opposed to this government, I tell you that even if they are not the ones escalating it, they are happy about it. Some of them, not all. Now, from the tone of some people who are supposed to be leaders of this country, when they are talking about what Nigerians are passing through, you see that they seem to appreciate the situation Nigeria is going through, instead of lamenting and providing solutions. They tie it to the fact that the government is defective in solving the problem just to achieve some political gain, Magege said. Now, the Plateau lawmaker questioned why insecurity appeared to have intensified as political activities ahead of the next general election begin to gather momentum. He called on Nigerians to remain united and patriotic, stressing that our citizens should hold the government accountable without turning national security into a political weapon. His comments come amid heightened public concern over a series of deadly attacks across the country in recent weeks. Now, if you recall, in May, bandits attacked communities in Orire, local government area for your state, near Ogbomosho, adopting pupils and teachers while killing one teacher. Other incidents has also been reported in Borno and Kwara State, fueling public criticism of federal government handling of the insecurity. Now, on June 12th, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu warned bandits, kidnappers, and terrorists to surrender or face the full force of the Nigerian state, declaring that the window for surrender would not remain open indefinite and that no mercy will be shown to those responsible for shedding the blood of Nigerians. Now, despite the president's assurance, many Nigerians continue to fault the government response, accusing it of relying on reactive measures and repeated warning instead of taking decisive action to curb the insurgency. But the question still remains, what should be the best way to handle the crisis? And should it not take a collective approach above all political board rather than political class politicizing insecurity? Well, this and more will take center stage on the show today as we talk about the political class doing more as it concerns insecurity in the country. That's what we're having as our major discourse, looking at the tone of what that very honorable said yesterday when he said it looks as if some political persons are indeed excited about the insecurity rather than finding or looking for solutions in dealing with them. But anyway, we'll deal with it in our own way as usual, dialogue. Hence, we have our own guests in the house, and we're talking of no other person, but I'd rather say also a politician of high repute. On the mind, he's also an elder statesman. But anyway, he's young in body. And I'm talking of no other person but Olori Magege. Good day and welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, good morning, viewers.
Well, anyway, I just want us to dive deep into our discourse today. Well, Honorable Yusuf made a whole lot of salient points yesterday. And one that's more like a sticking one, which has always been in public discourse, and I know we've really wanted to trash on it, is the issue of politicizing the issue of insecurity in the country. Like we know, bandits will not ask you which political party you are in before they kidnap and demand for ransom. They just go ahead, irrespective of what political divide you seem to be, they do and adopt and do. But let's look at the political class itself and look at what he said yesterday. Is he right in all measures? Is the political class playing politics rather than seeking for solution?
The political class, just as their name goes, are political animals. And everything they see in political terms, in the political colors. And they make their fortune from criticizing the government in power. Occasionally, they also criticize themselves. But it's wrong to see insecurity as a political problem.
Okay.
Or a problem of a political party, particularly the party in government.
Okay.
Fortunately, until very recently, most governors, many governors are in different parties, not in the party of Abuja. So when you try to politicize it, if your government, the government in your state is PDP, for instance, and the federal government is APC, when there is insecurity in your state, how are you going to classify it? PDP or APC? Criminality has no coloration.
Of course it doesn't.
Does not have a political class or a political party, so to say. So the Honorable was right in saying addressing insecurity in this country should be a collective approach.
Now, I would rather want to go to his statement because this also caught my attention while listening to him yesterday. And I really want to go, I don't want to take him out of context. I rather take him for what he said. Now, he said, which is I'm really critical about. When, from the tone of some people who are supposed to be leaders of this country, when they are talking about Nigerian or when they are talking about what Nigeria is passing through, you see that they seem to appreciate the insecurity Nigeria is going through instead of lamenting and providing solution. They tie it to the fact that the government is defective in solving the problem. Now, I want us to look at that and look at some of the statements coming from major critical stakeholders, especially. Let's narrow it to the opposition. Now, do you see a tone of excitement? Because it will baffle Nigerians if some persons are really appreciating the poor situation we seem to be as a concerns insecurity. Is that the tone we are getting from the opposition? In all honesty, in your own assessment?
Yes, opposition is. I won't like to use the word.
Are they
happy.
excited about it?
I won't use the word happy or excited, but it provides them with a means of assessing the government in power negatively. See, insecurity, government is failing. Government is not providing. So it fits into their narrative that government is not doing enough to curb insecurity in the country. The insecurity we're experiencing today requires everybody's hand on deck. Let's get some statistics.
Okay.
Between 2020 and 2025, 79,000 Nigerians have been killed.
Close to 100,000.
Yes. Of that, 42,000 were civilians.
Okay.
The remaining soldiers, the insurgents themselves, the bandits themselves, and all that.
Make up the other numbers.
Yes. Of the 42,000 killed, civilians killed, ISWAP and Boko Haram killed about 12%. Bandits alone killed 44%.
That's
of
a
that
huge
number.
number.
Very huge number. In the Northwest, Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina, all those states, there are about 800,000 Nigerians who are displaced, internally displaced. And when you say internally displaced, these are individuals who have been evicted from their comfort zone. Comfort zone means their home, their farm, their ancestral land, and all that. They've been evicted. They now live in either camps run by government, or they are resident with native, their brothers and sisters somewhere else. In other words, their lives have been changed from what it was.
From the normalcy to
yes, now
that of uncertainty.
The uncertainty. And 800,000 is a number, quite a large number.
Yeah.
And we are not at war. We are not in a war situation. We are not waging war with a foreign country.
Yeah.
We are waging war with ourselves. Bandits are waging war on Nigeria and killing at will.
Yeah.
That is sad. And a matter of concern for us.
For everyone.
For everybody.
Irrespective of the political divide.
Irrespective.
Okay.
Because the 800,000 people that are in this place, many children, they no longer go to school.
We have about 20 million out-of-school children.
Yes, they no longer go to school. They are living in fear because they are living in one. They may be moving from one camp to the other.
Constantly being displaced.
Yes, constantly being displaced. So they don't have a future to look at. So those of us who are in relative comfort here in the South, we need to appreciate what they are going through over there in the North. And that needs to be in our consciousness as political leaders in making sure that we provide solution, permanent solution to this insecurity thing.
Okay, I'm happy you took us back memory lane. And the memory lane I want us to look at is you took us way back to 2020.
Yes.
Your statistics read that of 2020 up to 2025.
Yeah.
And if we look at that, I want us to now look at that era. Because this administration came into being on May the 29th of 2023.
Yeah.
That means we have 3 years or more joined to these your recent statistics. Now, let's go back another 5 years before that. Many will say the issue of politicizing insecurity did not start now, or rather was brought in by the APC in 2015 when they booted, forgive my language, but I have to use booted.
That's true.
Goodluck Jonathan out of office. That is when the projection of insecurity and that of banditry took a strong hold over this very country. Because with your statistics, a huge number of Nigerians were killed by bandits. And as we speak today, our greatest insecurity challenge is that of banditry.
Yes.
So let's go back 5 more years before that. Do you feel, I'm just asking, do you feel during the time of Jonathan, this was orchestrated in every way to boot him out of office? We're still talking about politicizing insecurity.
Yes.
But let us go down memory lane.
Buhari never hid his intention.
You're talking about the late president.
Yeah, late president.
Muhammad
Buhari. He loaded the person of Jonathan. And anything goes as far as Buhari was concerned in rubbishing Jonathan. He did say, for heaven's sake, Buhari said if Jonathan won that election, 2014 election, the blood of baboon and all that will be soaked. Lives will be lost. He said it. And banditry came from the wells of Alhaji Baraje of Kwara State, which has not been challenged to date. Alhaji Baraje said that Buhari and co in APC, then APC, because now we've got a new APC, then APC, imported bandits into the country to destabilize the government of Jonathan. If Jonathan had won, he said it, and it has not been controverted to date. They used Makaban, is it not Makaban? Mieti Allah,
Okay.
to import these bandits into the country.
Has been alleged.
And, well, by Baraje.
Has been alleged.
By
Well, go
Baraje.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And there are records of El-Rufai paying bandits in Kaduna State. Why was he paying bandits? There was a record that the federal government of Buhari paid 100 billion to Mieti Allah to solve some problems of banditry. So, you see, it's no, we must take the facts.
Okay.
Of that Buhari and co were involved in bringing bandits into this country to destabilize government. Unfortunately, they won. And how to get the bandits out, back to where they came from, became a problem.
And you feel that's what we're going through up to now?
That's what we are going through today.
Okay, now, I want us to now, because my reason of asking you this question is to also look at what the Honorable said yesterday, Yusuf, when he said, is it not ironic that we are close to the elections and we're having an uptick of violence? That's what he said yesterday. So my next question in support of what you said is, do you feel the political class are main engineers of the insecurity Nigeria is going through?
Oh, there's no dispute about that. There's no dispute about that. The tempo of criminal activities are going up. It wasn't in your state before.
Of course not.
Now it's there. As we are talking now, about 33 students, 33 pupils.
Yeah.
When you say students, you get it wrong. 33 pupils, some even toddlers, some in KG, and their teachers are in the forest of Oyo State, near Ogumosho, for the past 1 month plus.
Yeah.
In this inclement weather, in the forest, that hurts. That hurts me, and it hurts you. It hurts every Nigerian, because
Every parent. Especially.
The Fulani bandits have desecrated everything of value to us. Our own essence, that defines us, human beings. These Fulani bandits have desecrated all. They rape our wives, our daughters. They kidnap our kids. They kill our people. I don't know the proper appropriate word to describe these people. People without conscience.
We're talking about the bandits.
Yes.
Well, we're not ethnicizing it.
No. We're talking about Fulani bandits.
Okay.
We need to describe it clearly. The bandits of Fulani stock.
So it's not all Fulanis.
No, not all Fulanis.
We should really clarify
yes,
that.
not all Fulanis. But the activities have so much increased
In recent times.
And the number of people involved have also increased, because they are everywhere. They are in Bauchi today. They are in Zamfara tomorrow. They are in Katsina. They are in Niger. They are here. They are everywhere. So it's almost getting impossible to separate the bandits from an agenda that one is starting to see.
Okay.
That is almost like it's been orchestrated by their group of tribe.
Okay.
Herdsmen are on one side, in Benue, in Plateau, making life pure hell for those people in for the Midwest, for the Middle Belt. Northwest is not at peace. Tuji has become a president of his own, the bandit called Tuji. Is it Tuji or Tuji?
Tuji Bello.
Tuji Bello has become a president of his own republic in Zamfara State. The commissioner for finance in Bauchi is being tried for financing bandits.
So that takes me to the question. You just said it, and we are looking at the political class either not contributing their own quota into dealing with it, or in every way increasing the volume of criminality as it concerns violent crimes against Nigerians. Now, let's look at it. Our bone of discussion is looking at the political class and how they can rein in the reign of violence. Now, let's look at it. There's this feeling that the ruling party is not accommodating other political entities into government. Hence, the reason that the opposition, cannot talk to government to do some certain things. Because if they were also part of this administration, maybe a unity government, they would have perfect solution on how to deal with these issues. I want your reaction to that, because we've seen many of the political divides saying, well, the ruling party feels they don't need their input into dealing with this problem that seems to affect all of us. How true is that as a member of the APC?
You see, insecurity per se, dealing with it is an issue of the security agencies.
Okay.
What government does is provide the resources, both human and material and financial, to those agencies to curb the problem.
Okay.
But when you have people like Gumi coming in, preferring negotiation with criminals, then you start to see element of politics. You start to see politics in it. What is there to negotiate with criminals? When you start to see the bandits as if they are part of the same with the militants of Niger Delta, then you are politicizing what should not be politicized. The militants of Niger Delta have fighting for resource control. Period.
For their people.
For their people. Some element of control of the resources that is feeding Nigeria from their land. Resources that are coming from their land that further degrades the environment in which they live. That's what the Niger militaries are about. But these Fulani bandits, we don't know what they are looking for. They are not in conflict with anybody. Nobody is taking any resources from them. They don't have any resources anyway. So what is it they are fighting for? Even that of Boko Haram, I can understand. Ideological.
Religion.
But that of bandits, I don't understand. What is it that Nigeria owes you? What has Nigeria done to you? Why are you waging war against Nigeria? This makes it very difficult for us to find a solution. How do you settle a fight with somebody who is fighting you when there's no cause for a fight? There's no reason for a fight. We have to capitulate? Do we have to capitulate?
Of course not.
Not. I think we have to hit the nail on the head. Every ethnic nationality in Nigeria has leadership.
Yes.
My own tribe, Urobo, we have UPU, Urobo Progress Union. There is a Joint National Council. Are you getting me? There is Afenifere in Yoruba land.
Shekiri.
Yes. Every ethnic nationality has its own organ for leadership. So the Fulani has, not Arewa. Because when you say Arewa,
it's more of a combination of
yes,
the full northern Nigeria.
Yes, the Jukus I need, the Kanuris I need, and the Hausas are there.
They are gas.
In fact, the Fulanis are minority there.
Yes.
Yeah, how many are they?
Yeah.
But the Fulani has its own national body. And the Sultan of Sokoto is part of the leadership. If you look at the history of Nigeria, Fulanis have been president of this country 3 times, starting from Shehu Shagari, Yaradua, Maru Yaradua, and Buhari.
Muhammad Buhari.
Buhari. 3. Urobo has never been.
So are you saying these highly placed persons are not talking to their people, irrespective of the political?
They are not doing anything. As a matter of fact, I think they are encouraging it. I think they are encouraging it.
Why do you say that?
The reason is this. Zamfara, Sokoto were one state at the point in time.
Yeah, before it was split into
2. And the Sultan of Sokoto is not only the traditional, the number 1 king in the 2 states. He's also the leader of the Muslims in the country. Are you getting it? So he owes this country more than he's giving us now.
But that's more like a religious and a tribal head. Let's narrow it down to politics.
I'm coming. You see, at what point does a religious leader become a political leader? What is Gumi? Is Gumi a religious leader or a political leader?
More of a well, anyway.
Is he?
Well, anyway,
it's more of what? He's
neither
more
no or
maybe he's there. Maybe he's a spokesman of the bandits.
Well,
are you?
Okay, well, yeah, go ahead.
The chairman of Mieti Allah in Benue State was killed last week.
Yes, we know.
Sultan of Sokoto was among the first to issue a press statement calling for investigation.
Okay.
But when 800,000 people of his area have been displaced, no comment, no statement. What I'm saying is this: we must devise a way of holding leadership accountable. Leadership of the various ethnic nationality accountable for the actions of the ethnic nation.
Actions or inactions. But what of the political class
I have not landed.
this place?
I have not landed.
Because that's the bone of our discussion.
Yes, I have not landed. I am saying that the traditional leaders are also political leaders. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Well, you find political leaders, particularly those who are aspiring to lead Nigeria. In that category, we have Atiku Abubakar.
Okay.
We have Kwankwaso.
Okay. From the north.
From the north. We have Shetima, the vice president of the country.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
But he's constantly speaking against it. I'm talking about Shetima.
Yes. You see, the shade, the color of Shetima is not pure white. Because there are a lot of accusations pointing at him for being involved in terrorism.
But that was even before he came into office.
Yes.
And those were allegations that have not really come to light and have been put to
well, somebody who bombed the United Nations office was found in his house.
Well, anyway, those are still allegations that have not been settled.
Yes.
But let's continue.
Yes. You see, people should not just be pure. They should be seen to be pure. Too many commas and too many full stops on Shetima's head.
Okay.
So, I, for one, will not go to Shetima to discuss anything banditry. If I have any information to give, Shetima will be the last person I'll give to.
Well, that's your own submission.
Yes, my own submission.
Okay.
And I also submit this. That you cannot be aspiring to lead this country if your people are the ones destroying the country, killing the people. You cannot. I, as a nobleman, if my fellow Urobo are the bandits, I should be hiding my head in shame. I should be coming out to say I will lead Nigeria. I should be coming out to say that I want people to vote for me. Vote for me what? When my own people are the ones destroying Nigeria, desecrating Nigeria, kidnapping people, raping people, seizing people's land. Oh, I should be so ashamed. So people like Turaki Adamawa,
Atiku
Abubakar should not be aspiring to lead Nigeria.
But he's a Nigerian. He has a constitutional right.
Yes. And if he has a constitutional right, but we also have constitutional right not to vote for him.
Oh, of course we do.
We should not vote for him. We should not vote for all those Fulani elites.
But let's not put ethnicity into it.
We have to, because these people are Fulani bandits.
Okay.
They are not Benin bandits. They are not Edo bandits. They are not Yoruba bandits. They are not Shekiri bandits. They are not Yoruba bandits. What is it? Our fear of running away from the reality is the problem.
So do you mean the political class of this ethnic nationality is not saying true to them? They are not advocating for a change. They are not talking directly to them as it concerns this problem.
They are doing nothing.
Oh, they are not even doing anything.
They are not doing anything because it's when we see results, we know they are doing something. They are doing nothing. Even Gumi, I'm trying to appreciate Gumi for what he's doing, although negatively. He's a negative,
but he's talking about the issue.
He's talking about the issue. What has Atiku Abubakar said? What has he done about this security being perpetuated by his people?
But he said he wants to lead and change it.
Yes, you want to lead what? You want to lead what?
Lead Nigeria.
Lead Nigeria. When this problem you can't come, you can't control your own tribe. You want to control Nigeria? You can't speak, your own people don't respect you as to listen to you. Anyway, you are not saying anything, so there's nothing to listen to. And you are not saying anything, and so there's nothing to listen to. So, this class of Fulani political elites aspiring to lead Nigeria
must do more.
Must solve this insecurity before they are qualified to ask people to vote for them. So, people, Nigerians, should hit back at them through the ballot paper. In 2027, look at these individuals. Look at the harm they've done to Nigeria by being silent, by doing nothing.
Okay. Now, anyway, in case you're joining us, it's indeed Dialogue, and today we're looking at something that seems to be critical. We're looking at the present uptick in the rate of violence, and not only that, but indeed the political class now coming to say, well, it looks as if more persons are playing politics rather than speaking truth to power and speaking truth to the issues that be. But what should they do? Should it be more of something that they appreciate to in every way paint this present administration in bad light, or should more be done and said by them to be seen to actually solving the problem? But just like we said in our discourse, when it comes to kidnapping and indeed maiming of innocent persons, the bandits will never ask you which political divide you seem to be. But anyway, we are still talking about it, and hence we have a politician himself right here helping us to understand this, and that's why we're doing it. We still have no other person but Chief Olori Magege. Now, we've just taken a quick look into the need for politicians, especially of that ethnic nationality, to do more to curb this problem, rather than, like what Yusuf said yesterday, seem to be excited that it's happening. Seems to be happy that insecurity is festering. Now,
let me. There is this young man, SA or SSA to a governor in the north.
Okay.
Who wanted to contest into their state House of Assembly. You know what he did? He went to kidnapping. He resigned his job as SSA. I think it's in Katsina State.
Okay.
If you Google it, you'll find it. It's in Katsina State.
Okay.
He went and kidnapped and got 6 million or 7 million. Only to be caught. He was caught. And he's being charged to court now. He's a Fulani boy. Are you getting? That's a politician who exploited
the
insecurity
to gain something from
to become somebody.
So that is my next question. Do you feel, because it looks as if, apart from money making, apart from having this political coloration, insecurity is now also a money making venture. And many Nigerians are having that fear that because of money coming into it, it will be very, very difficult to eradicate. Even if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had said in his June 12th speech that the window for dialogue, or the window for them coming out and from them attacking the state, is getting narrow by the day. Let's look at the money part of this. You've just said it now. The elections are coming. Money will be spent by these politicians. Money will be spent in actually canvassing for votes. Do you feel the money part of the insecurity, it's also a major contributor to the reason we're having it now spread and spiraling out of control?
Yes, because there is no deterrence.
Severe deterrence.
No deterrence. No, it's not the issue of severe deterrence. No deterrence. How many kidnappers are being caught? How many?
Well, they've neutralized some recently.
Oh, yes. The state assemblies must come up with new laws. Very severe laws.
Like the one Edo State governor said.
Yes.
Kidnappers will be
neutralized.
Yeah, will be hanged in a public space.
Oh,
like
yes.
Ring Road.
Killed. Yes. That is number one. We should also set up a court that will speedily,
just like that of Edo State.
Yes, with the speedy special tribunal.
Special tribunal for kidnapping and
yes, just hang them. No long process. Just hang them. Once that deterrence is there, because anybody who is into crime for profit, there is crime for vengeance, which is what Buhari was. Crime for vengeance. And then there is crime for profit. You want to make money. You want to achieve something which you want to enjoy. So, once there is deterrence, to ensure that you do not enjoy the process of your crime, it will stop.
Okay, anyway, we will not stop our discussion, but we need to go on a break now. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion as we look at dealing with the issue of insecurity, especially as it concerns the political class, knowing that the 2027 general election is fast approaching. But how can we in every way curb insecurity so it does not snowball, not in just to a political discourse, but something that will definitely hurt the nation in a very worst way? Let's go on a break.
Atlantic TV.
Well, we need to welcome you back after that short commercial break. You know, we need to pay some bills. But anyway, talking about dealing with the issue is what we're having. Yeah, we're looking at the recent uptick in the rate of violence. And not only that, but that feeling that it looks as if the political class is indeed some, rather not all, and that of the opposition seems to be enjoying the reign of terror and using it for politics rather than sitting down and actually finding solutions, or even just, you know, giving ideas on how to deal with insecurity. Like, you really would know that indeed those terrorizing the country would not want to look at what political side of the divide you seem to be before they take their action. But what action should be taken by the political class in helping to curb or indeed change the narrative is what we're having as a major discourse today on the show. Yeah, we're looking at the political class and a push, or rather a move, or rather a call on them to indeed help deal with the reign of terror rather than politicizing it and sticking on one side, and well, rather than lamenting and smiling, but they should also rather sit down and see how they can solve it. But we'll still have no other person but Chief Olori Magege right here with us looking at this. Now, we can talk all we want. The reign of terror still continues. The most recent is the recent kidnap of children this week in Borno State. Those that were sitting for their WAEC, quite really disturbing. We just really got wind of it that 10 was rescued on that very day. But we're having parents say that 6 of them are still in captivity and definitely will not finish their exams. So it's not only the feeling of finishing their exam, but coming back home to their loved ones. Now, let's look at this. We made highlight of a report that was released recently by the Organization of Christian Advocacy. They brought out that report of how many persons that have been killed within a space of 5 years, and indeed 73,000 is indeed a huge number. But whether we like calling the numbers, these are innocent Nigerians. Yeah. Most of them are innocent Nigerians that would have gone out to seek for their daily bread, but never returned back home to their loved one. What do you feel should be the best way forward? You've just said, yes, our laws should be more stringent to deal with this insecurity. But I want us to narrow it to the political class. The elections are fast approaching. Activities are ongoing. But what other ways can we help to curb this criminal part of it without looking as if the ruling party is attacking the opposition or attacking those that are criticizing it for not handling the insecurity in the best of way?
Insecurity affects everybody equally. Whether you are APC, whether you are PDP, or you are ADC or whatever. Mm-hmm. Once a person is kidnapped, it ceases to be a statistics to that individual. Mm. It's real for him. It's real for him. He's been kidnapped and he has to go through the entire gamut of the terror. And he will be lucky if he comes home alive. If we are going to start spending time on how to depoliticize it,
yes,
we get nowhere. Because there are lazy politicians who don't have anything to offer. All they do is criticize the one in government and pointing out to what they would do better. As I'm saying, don't wait till you are in government to do better. Start doing it now. Anybody, this crime we are talking about, I'm not talking of Boko Haram. Boko Haram has been there forever.
And it's an ideology.
It's an ideology.
And it's not killing more Nigerians than bandits now.
Bandits are killing more. So, we can adopt a strategy to deal with Boko Haram.
Which worked for some time.
Again, is this issue of tribalism
and religious
bigotry, yes, that woke up Boko Haram. If not, Jonathan had pretty well decimated Boko Haram. But the bandits are man-made, are politician-made, and politicians have to solve it. And let's tie the political fortune of the politicians to how fair they do in curbing the insecurity.
I will explain. Yeah, because I seem not to understand what
if Nigerians are sufficiently provoked, you see, we don't get angry. We are people who don't get angry.
On time.
We don't get angry at all. When you are supposed to get angry in January, you get angry in December. Of what use is that anger? The kidnapping of those students in Orire,
in Oyo State.
You saw the reaction
immediately.
But the reaction has petered off and died off.
Over time.
In less than a month.
Yeah.
And where the children are still in the bush. Their children are still in the bush. NUT went on strike for 2 days. That's it. Whereas a member of NUT got his head cut off. The anger of NUT lasted for only 1 day. And they went home. Life went normal. So we need to be, I'm being very careful with choice of words.
Yeah, please do. We're on live TV.
Yes. We should be
consistent with our demand. Is that
no? You see, in our inner self, we love too much comfort. The average Nigerian is not ready to sacrifice anything for the good of all. So when we demonstrate and they tear gas us for 1 day, that's the end of the matter. I am not saying we should go on demonstration. Never. But I'm saying 2027 offers us a rare opportunity to nationally galvanize ourselves, to tell the political class, enough is enough. By voting those who are directly or indirectly involved, either by tribe or by whatever way, affiliation with this, make sure they do not smell the seat of power. Atiku Abubakar has benefited so much from Nigeria. Yeah, he was a custom officer where he made all his fortune. Became vice president of this country.
Twice.
He was actually twice. Atiku Abubakar twice.
Doing
2 terms.
2 terms, I mean.
2 terms, yes. He was actually a governor of Adamawa, governor
before
elect.
He was called.
Before he was co-opted.
To being the vice president.
To be the vice president. A man who has #1 name recognition. Nigeria has given him so much. Nigeria deserves more from him than what is given now.
But is that not why he's seeking to be elected?
No, if Nigeria is at peace, fine. And if Nigeria even is at war, because of things unassociated with his ethnic nationality, fine. But we are saying for more than Buhari 8 years, Tinubu 3 years, that's 11 years, that bandits, Fulani bandits, and Fulani herdsmen have been terrorizing this country. 11 years they have been terrorizing this country. And Atiku Abubakar has not preferred one solution to this problem.
But he feels he's at the other side. So
then it's not a statesman. Then it's not a statesman. If it's a statesman, whatever happens anywhere, wherever you are, you must be involved. Because this is the country you have ruled as a vice president. And you've been aspiring, as because life ambition to become the president. And your own people are waging war on Nigeria. His priority should not be to be president of Nigeria, but how to solve the problem of insecurity being perpetuated by his people. Same with Kwankwaso. Same with Shetima. Same with any Fulani political class, that political elite, that aspires to be somebody politically in Nigeria.
Irrespective of the political.
Irrespective of the party you belong to. So I'm advising and I'm advocating that Nigerians should use their ballot paper to make a definite statement on insecurity come 2027. We know the people who are causing the problems in Nigeria.
But if that is done, why is the government not going against them?
Political consideration. Political consideration. That's it. We know those who are the political leaders of this country. They are the Fulanis. We know it. They are the Fulanis.
But anyway, we don't want, like I said in my initial statement,
you don't want anything
to ethnicize. That's not what we want to do. We always enjoy putting an elaborate discussion.
You don't want to ethnicize anything, but
yes,
whether you like it or not, banditry is ethnicized. Whether not by you, not by me, but by themselves.
Because they are from a separate ethnic nationality.
They are from distinct, not a separate, distinct ethnic. All of them. By their dress, by their speech, by everything they do, they are Fulanis.
Okay, now let's look at what you said. You said 2027, when it comes 2027, we should use the ballot to punish whoever is not doing enough as it concerns insecurity. Now, let's look at also looking at 2027. Should that be a bane of campaigns of these political parties or political persons? Because our ideology now is not political parties, but individuals. We have strong persons in different political parties that will make people either canvass for them or not to vote for them. So now let's look at it. Should questions on how to deal with insecurity take the front burner when questions are being asked these politicians? Should that be the bone of a summary of what the electorate would need to get? Should Nigerians now demand, because insecurity is now taking top of all our basic problem in the country, should that be demanded from all the politicians on how to curb this insecurity in a very frank and sustainable and real way before elections have been done?
We either solve insecurity or insecurity will finish us.
Which is not.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's very obvious. To those 33 something of students in the bush.
Still in the bush.
In this sun, this cold, this weather, in this inclement weather. When you talk of forest, you know what is in the forest. Small children, they are over there in the bush with these bandits. And you say we need to tell anybody that that's what should be our priority? That should be our priority. The brand new students who went to write their work and they were kidnapped. Some are still with the bandits. What that should be priority to us. The family of that were the families of victims of an improvised explosive device explosion in Zamfara State last week, where 10 persons died and 6 are hospitalized. That should be of concern to us. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be me. It could be anybody. The loss of life is a loss of life. I must be painful across
or board.
So insecurity is number one thing on the ballot paper. I'd rather be crucifying Tinubu when he's using every means available to him to solve the problem. And it's obvious to everyone too that the problem is being compounded by, I won't say members of the opposition. Members of the opposition are simply pouring fuel to light the fire so it can be seen better. But their statements are not helpful. But there are also people who don't like Tinubu.
And are genuinely adding issues to this.
Yes. They are fueling the insecurity. They are fueling the insecurity. They are sponsors of insecurity. So they think the president is vulnerable. And so they want to hit him harder on this point where he's vulnerable. But the man is doing his best. Is he going to carry gun and go into the field to start fighting? He's only using the weapons available to him.
Via the Constitution.
Yes. If he carries airplane now to go and bomb dodgy areas and people are killed. Oh, how did he know that those are bandits that he killed? What has he done? So he has to follow laid down rules, the constitutional rules, to solve this problem. But there are those who don't care following the constitutional rule. Toji is getting his food from somewhere. Toji is getting his weapons from somewhere.
And his support.
Toji is getting his medicine from somewhere. He's getting his fuel from somebody. And using Toji as a point, spread it across the entire north.
To this
and Oyo. So you can see the level of logistics that is behind this insecurity operation. Somebody is providing them. Somebody's. We got to get those somebodies. Because when you off the tap, controlling the gas to your burner, the gas goes off.
Yeah.
So we need to squeeze life out of all those their logistic channels. And they are being provided by Nigerians. But I don't see how an Igbo man will go and provide logistics to a Fulani bandit in Zamfara State. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see any Yoruba man doing the same thing. I don't see any Yoruba man doing it. The only person who can provide all those logistics and the ones that have been caught so far are Fulanis. So I am saying we must hold the Fulanis responsible. We must hold them responsible.
The political class, you mean?
I am saying all.
Because it will be unfair if we look at that ethnic side of it and say all of them seem to be responsible for the crime of some few. Would that not be overbearing, knowing that, come on.
Why are we using double standard? We said because the Igbos went to war with Nigeria. You heard it. When you heard it, therefore, it's not yet time for Igbo to become president of the country. That has been said in the past. Openly. Nobody challenged them. Okwama here, Okwama. When soldiers were killed, the President General of Uweru, where Okwama is still in military
detention
till now. The king narrowly escaped, was narrowly released because of the influence of senators. So Why is it that when it comes to the South, it's different? We use different standard. Why? So when you say, why do we ethnicize anything? We are not the people who started ethnicizing things. When you come to my Olobo here, and you arrest the king of a kingdom because of what happened in his kingdom. You arrest the president general of the kingdom because of what happened. Then you should arrest Turaki. You should arrest Shettima. I'm APC. And I keep talking of Shettima. I refer to him. Because I'm putting everybody in the same group, in the same cup. They belong to the same Fulani stock. So the Fulanis must solve this problem for Nigeria. They must.
Okay, anyway, we can continue our discussion on and on and on, and we'll never stop because insecurity is not something you talk little and feel it will end. Like you said, the discussion should continue, and you feel even the political elite of that very ethnic nationality is not even talking enough. And more
not talking at all.
Or not talking
apart from Gumi.
Okay. So, but anyway, I don't know. Time is not a friend. Would have loved you to continue on this, but well, you do know we have a lot as it concerns viewpoint. But I need to thank you so much. And I'm talking of no other person, but Chief Olori Magege for coming always frank-wise. Well, elder statesman we call you, on the mind you are still young. And speaking it true to power, irrespective of the political divide. Like you said, you haven't talking directly to APC. And over the second strongest man of this very regime being from your party, irrespective of. And well, we need to thank you so much for doing this with us, and we truly appreciate your time. But just like we said, it is now time the political class sit up and do more as it concerns dealing with the raging insecurity that is the land. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Well, anyway, for us, it's more like a wrap on the show, but you do know it never ends here. Why should it end? Let the discussion continue. Yeah, we need you to comment, react, and indeed find your own little possible solution as it concerns the growing insecurity in the country. Many will say it is indeed ravaging and the political class should be held accountable or should try to do more rather than gain in of the growing insecurity. What's your take on that? All of that is what we truly appreciate. I'll be more than happy to get them. But we'll also use this opportunity to thank you. We're seeing comments coming from all around the country. Right here in Delta State, Warri, Asaba to be precise. The overwhelming support and reactions coming from you guys. We truly appreciate them and we'll say thank you. We'll be doing more as much as we're bringing sound resource persons to help handle the issues. We'll always do that just in our bid to ensure that we do our own way. So at the end, we'll not be held accountable. That's our own push, even wanting to do more as it concerns journalism, and we'll be more than happy to do so. But anyway, it's the Atlantic TV Viewpoint. It is, we need to go on this break, and the news will take center stage next, right here on Viewpoint on Atlantic TV.